Welcome to the Eagle Network Podcast, where business networking meets success. Sponsored by Eagle Pest Solutions, your once-a-year pest control solution in Palm Coast, St. Augustine, and Ormond Beach. Safer, better, less intrusive pest control. Got bugs? No one likes bugs. Come soar with us. Call today at 386-445-7414 for a free inspection and quote. That's 386-445-7414. Now here's your host, Brad Ward.
Hey, it's Brad with the Eagle Network Podcast. Today we have a phenomenal guest. She's a medical doctor. She owns St. Augustine Spa, and she's got a great story, including her backstory. Please welcome Dr. Claudine Aguilera.
Hi,
welcome.
Good morning.
How you doing today? Good?
I'm good, yeah.
Awesome. So, would like to, I know a little bit about your backstory, your roots, where you came from. Can you enlighten the audience on that, please?
Oh, sure. I mean, gosh, I guess I was born in California, but moved all over the place. My dad was a NASA engineer. Well, he retired recently, but because of that, we moved all over, based on what projects he was on. So kind of lived all over the country, Alabama, California, Utah. I went to medical school in Boston at Tufts, and then back to California, and then now here in Florida for the last, when did I move here? 2016?
Okay, about 9 years ago.
Gosh, 9 years already.
So what got you interested in medicine, and how'd you wind up going all the way across the country to medical school?
Yeah, so again, following my dad around the country for the various things he was doing, believe it or not, he took a laser class back when I was a kid at MIT in Boston.
Okay.
So we spent the summer in Boston, and I always liked it and thought, I want to go back there someday. And so when I was applying for medical schools, I applied over in Boston, and as soon as I got into Tufts, I was like, yes, going to Boston.
Oh, wow. So are you now a Red Sox fan?
Yeah, I kind of am.
Are you? Okay, all right, that's okay.
Yep.
That's all right. Better than a Yankees fan. No offense, all the Yankees fans out there. Uh-oh.
They've got a soft spot for me, for sure. I've got a soft spot.
Right. So St. Augustine Spa,
yeah.
What was the origin story of that, and how'd you get that going?
Yeah, so funny enough, actually, Dr. Donnelly had opened up the portion that wasn't medical, just the massages, the facials, all of that, shortly before, and I actually found her going in for services.
Okay.
And so then her and I got talking, and she says, you're a doctor. I really was looking to expand our services into things like Botox and fillers and all that stuff.
Right.
And would you be interested? So her and I got talking, and I said, why not? So I went to train. So I went and did some training and all of that, and then came back, and I was like, well, let's do this. So kind of where it started. I just met her through getting my own stuff done.
That's great. So are you guys business partners, I take it?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
I know the feeling. Lee, who's my business partner, is a Boston Red Sox fan.
Oh,
so
great.
I do.
I like him already.
Yeah. Great guy. But actually, I've always rooted for, in the American League, Boston Red Sox. My brother and my dad were Boston Celtics fans, even though I wasn't.
Yes,
But, so part of me kind of roots for the Celtics because of that.
Yeah.
That brings up a story you told me a few weeks ago. Could you talk about when you were in school and the modeling, and specifically because I'm a Lakers fan?
Yes.
Talk about that
oh
a
my
little
gosh.
bit, please.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. So when I was in medical school, I did a little bit of modeling. The agency that I worked for would send us out to various things, and some of the things they sent us for were to go and be at clubs with like the sports teams that were coming in,
Right.
or even sports teams that were there. So like we got to go and hang out at the club with the Patriots, or when the Lakers came in town, we got to go hang out in the club with the Lakers.
Yeah.
And so, it was kind of interesting. I didn't know that was something that people went out to go work.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Now I'm like, now we know how they're surrounded by all these cute girls, right? So we would show up, they'd do our hair and makeup, and then we just go out to the club and hang out with them. And so I got to meet several of the players that way. Yeah, it was fun.
That's awesome.
Derek Fisher was much, much bigger than I thought he was, because he looked short on the court compared to everyone else. But no, he's
Right. Yeah. Because you told me about that. You said he seemed like a great guy, Derek Fisher.
Yeah, he was my favorite. I don't know, the underdog. He wasn't really the underdog, but he hustled, and so he was my favorite player.
Yeah. He was a really good player. He for NBA guys, he's not that big.
Compared to the rest of them.
Compared to them.
That's right.
Compared to us, he's very big.
Now, that being said, when you go shake their hand, those guys' hands were as big as my head. So.
Right. And you talked about Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
So he would make all the other NBA players look small,
like
tiny,
little tiny
people.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, did you shake his hand?
I did, yes. And that was where I remember thinking his hand is as big as my head.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Looking at your head, I would say at least.
At least. Exactly, at least.
But at least he gave your hand back to you.
He did, yeah.
That's good. That's good. No, I love that story. Did you grow up in sports, liking any sports? Other
Actually,
like
I grew
arts?
up doing a lot of different sports. I did dance, I did figure skating, I did gymnastics.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so sports, not those sports, but yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, like gymnastics.
Yeah.
Very athletic people.
Yes.
So I assume you are or were at least.
I would say were.
Right.
I would say were. Yeah, I'm not nearly as athletic as I used to be. I would say, I guess the last super athletic thing I did was the California AIDS ride. So I was in college, and we rode from San Francisco to Los Angeles raising money for AIDS. And it was on a road bike. It took 7 days.
Wow.
Yep. Some of the days were 100-mile days, and that was probably the last biggest sports thing I have done. So
wow,
it's
that's
been a while,
awesome.
but yeah.
You were committed.
Definitely.
And committed is
and then after I got done, I was committed.
I thought maybe, but oh, that's great. That's awesome that you did that, though.
Yeah.
It kind of brings up to me Forrest Gump. When he started running. And he just kept running.
I do love that movie.
He was committed.
He was committed.
Right.
That's right.
So that's what pops in my head,
Right.
if that tells anyone anything. So charities, do you work with charities or do any kind of giving back to the community, stuff like that?
All the time. I would say, at least, once or twice a month, Dr. Donnelly and I are doing something, whether it's, hosting an event for a charity. Like we've hosted Bold Ladies a couple of times, and they always raise money during their meetings.
I've seen that on Facebook.
Yeah. So we were able to raise money for Habitat for Humanity and for what was the last one? Hope for Veterans.
Oh, that's
and then
great.
last summer we did an event where we raised money for Nina Barrett's Inc. Exactly. Investing in kids. So,
That's
and then
awesome.
not only that, but like Dr. Donnelly is always contributing to sponsoring things. I think she's going to contribute to something in April, golf tournament, I think. So there's always something. We're always giving something back.
Right. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. The Inc. golf tournament. So that's April 14th.
Yeah. I don't golf, so I'm not doing that part. But
Right. There's sponsorship
yes,
opportunities,
exactly.
etc. And it benefits the kids in school in St. Johns County. So it should be a great event.
Definitely. It's
for
a great
sure.
cause.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So St. Augustine Spa, and we met there once, and a lot larger than I thought from the outside. So
Everyone says that.
Yeah, and it's definitely accurate. It took her quite a while to take me on a tour of it.
Yeah.
I got tired. I had to sit down a couple of times.
Got lost.
Oh, yeah. I would have if you weren't with me. What all do you do at St. Augustine Spa?
A lot. Okay, yes. So I think the easiest way would be probably to walk you through in my head. So if you walk in through the main lobby, the first thing you'll see on your right side is the hair and nail salon. So we have 2 chairs there for hair and nails. And then if you go through the main lobby, you'll see the coffee bar. Sitting in there is our Emcella, which is our urinary incontinence treatment chair. And I know that sounds crazy, but you literally just sit on it. You're fully clothed. It's
Okay.
great for incontinence. And then down those two hallways to the left and the right are massage rooms. So individual massage rooms and couples massage rooms. The couples one's actually a really big popular item.
Okay, yeah.
And then you proceed down the other hallway, and we've got the spray tan, the saunas, the steam pod. We do facials down there, waxing, peels, and then we have body contouring down there. So both Cool Sculpt, M Sculpt, and then that's where my magic happens. We do the weight management clinic, the medical marijuana clinic, the Botox, the facials, the dermal fillers, and the non-invasive facelift.
Wow.
Yep. And then we have laser hair removal down the other hallway, and also another laser machine for acne, scars, tattoo removals, you name it.
Wow.
And then the whole other wing is the chiropractic wing, because we also do chiropractic services in there, and I do their pain management. So yeah, a lot.
That's phenomenal. Wow.
Yeah, I know I said a lot.
Wow. Yeah. I was out of breath.
Yeah. Did I cover everything?
Oh my gosh, I think so. Yeah. Great facility in St. Augustine for sure. So
Yes.
we're going to take a quick break to hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Eagle Pest Solutions, your once-a-year pest control solution in Palm Coast, St. Augustine, and Ormond Beach. Come soar with us. For a free inspection and quote, that's 386-445-7414.
This is Jay Shear. Are you a business owner or entrepreneur trying to figure out how to improve and achieve greater results? If so, I'm speaking to you. I provide the tools, coaching, and accountability you need to gain clarity around your personal and professional goals, remove the excuses holding you back, build the mindset, leadership skills, and proven strategies to grow your business and become the best version of yourself. To learn more or to apply for my coaching services, call 904-236-0431 or visit jayshearbusinessconsulting.com.
Hello, welcome to Good Vibes Nutrition, where every day is Friday. Good Vibes Nutrition was created to provide an environment of self-improvement through health, happiness, and community. Whether it's to lose weight, build muscle, gain more energy, or make friends, think of Good Vibes Nutrition as your Flagler Center hub for healthy living, personal happiness, and long-lasting relationships through the examples of kindness, encouragement, introductions, and pure love.
Looking for a voice that'll help your business stand out? I can help you reach new customers and grow your brand. My voice makes your message unforgettable, perfect for commercials, explainer videos, e-learning courses, and more. Get a voiceover that connects with your audience and drives your product to the next level. Find out how we can work together to make your business better. Visit www.awardvoiceover.com.
And we're back. Welcome back. I want to thank again our great sponsors for making this podcast happen. So, Dr. Claudine, what motivates you every morning for business?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. That is the tough question. Well, really, I mean, obviously I've spent, my whole life, helping other people. I mean, that's really kind of the root of all of it.
That's great.
And, my training is internal medicine. Obviously, we talked a little bit about, the things I would do for charity. So it's just always been, I don't know, a service-minded kind of perspective. And it's really no different here, right? I mean, I'm doing a little bit different. I used to work for the hospital where I would do internal medicine hospitalist, intensive care, ER. So kind of went from that, but it's not really any different, right? I'm there to help other people feel better about themselves. And so what motivates me every day is really service. It's like, what can I do to help other people in their day? Whether it's making them feel better about, the wrinkles on their forehead, or whether it's helping them with weight loss or even pain management. But I mean, really at the end of the day, it's all about, what can I do for somebody else, and how can I make that easier for them?
Oh, that's awesome. You have a giver's gain philosophy.
Giver's gain, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Perfect. So that gets us to networking. Has networking been something that's really helped you doing business networking?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know when we first started out, we were looking at ways to get the word out, and a lot of it was trying to advertise, whether it was commercials or print, or Facebook boosting and things like that. But really, the networking has been the best thing ever. There's something to be said for sitting down and talking about what you do with somebody, really showing somebody like your passion and and that you care.
Yep.
It's hard to convey that, on a Facebook ad,
That's for sure.
So exactly.
That's for
And
sure.
I mean, I think that one thing that sets us apart is that we really do care about your experience and that you're getting results that you want. And the best way to convey that is just sitting down and telling somebody and talking about it. People can see your passion.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It definitely oozes out of you. That's for sure. That's for sure. I want to go back to something you talked about. So you worked in the ER.
Yeah.
Seems like very stressful, maybe.
Oh, not at all.
Can you
Cakewalk.
Oh my God. Can you talk about it a little bit? Your experience doing that, and how long did you do that?
Yeah, so I did that for about a year. And actually, it was because I worked for VA at the time, and I was pulled out of intensive care and out of hospital medicine to do their ER.
Okay.
So it was an interesting experience for sure. You see all kinds of things. I mean, you see the range of people that you're literally saving, if you don't get in there and do it, or they're going to die. And then you see people who just don't have anywhere else to go. So like for their coughs or colds or, little minor things.
Oh, I gotcha.
So it's kind of a catch-all. You never know what you're going to get.
Right.
Your next patient could be, gee, I have a weird rash, or it could be, oh my gosh, I need to do CPR on you right now. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. It for sure could have been stressful. I think in those times though, I think what I focused on was, again, what do you need? What can I help with? And I think I was able to stay pretty grounded in the sense of like, if you're in that much of an emergency, like, if I don't do something, you're not going to make it. And so in a way, I know that sounds like that could be really stressful, but in a way that mindset's what kept me calm.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
right. Wow.
Yeah.
What were the days or nights like there? Did they go quick because there was so much happening?
Very quick.
Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was never a dull moment in the
bet.
ER for sure.
I
yeah.
bet. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing that for a while, for sure. I'm glad you didn't see me in the ER. Back to business.
Yeah.
What would you say has been your biggest business challenge that you've had to overcome?
Well,
and how did you do it?
Yes. I mean, gosh, saying that there was one challenge is difficult. I think, we don't learn business in medical school. So just learning business was a huge challenge. Where do you learn the resources? Where do you learn the skills for that? So there's a lot of learning, huge learning curve.
Okay.
And then, of course, COVID hit, like right after we started doing all of that. So with things being shut down, again, we had to learn how to pivot quite quickly.
Sure.
We used the time to learn new skills so that when we were able to open back up, we had new services to provide. So it was good. I think, that's kind of where we ended up flourishing, was that we used the time wisely.
Okay.
And then, the biggest challenge, oh boy, I think... I think really it was COVID. It was learning to pivot through COVID, learning how to use that to your advantage instead of, going, oh, woe is me. Now what?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I can relate to that because
Yeah.
we started Eagle Pest Solutions January 2nd, 2020. We started out in the
Oh,
field.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so our biggest challenge definitely was COVID, as we're trying to brand ourselves and get into people's homes.
Yeah.
So that was rough, but I've said it before on podcasts. It goes back to business networking is what got us through it.
Yeah.
For sure. What kind of business advice would you give, or networking advice would you give to someone just starting a business that you think would help them in regards to especially networking?
Yeah.
The importance of it.
Well, if I look back on what I would have done differently, I would have gotten into networking much sooner. I would have started off immediately, with networking.
Okay.
Because I think what I didn't quite understand about it was not only am I telling people about my business, but the people that you meet through there are invaluable to helping you learn how to be a better business person.
Right.
So I think that's where my biggest, I guess, fabulous surprise came from with joining a group like with networking, is that I've met so many people that I can bounce ideas off of. I don't, like I said, they don't teach you business in medical school. And so, it says this was unsaid, benefits of like, oh, well, I don't know how to do that, but now I know someone who does know how to do that.
Oh, absolutely.
So if I were to give anybody advice, I would say go there first. Make that your first stop. Maybe even before you start your business, like, as you're getting going, you're just about there. Make that part of your plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I can relate. There's a lot of reasons to network. But one of the biggest ones is the people you get to know, the resources they are for yourself, let alone for your customers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's great. Mentors. Have you had any specific mentor that really stands out, and what did they do for you?
Yeah. Okay. So this might sound cliche, but my dad. Okay. I mean, again, I know he was a NASA engineer, which kind of, it doesn't seem like that's business. But one of the things, my dad has said a couple of things to me throughout the years. One, he always said luck favors the prepared mind.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, that can't
That's
be
great.
more true for anything that you do.
Right.
And then the other thing he always encouraged me to do is to just try. He was like, the worst they can do is say no, and you're no worse off than you were. So, I think between, of course, he said a lot of things to me over the years, but those two things definitely stand out. It's like, just do it. Just try. Just ask the question. Go apply for the job. Go apply for the grant.
That's great.
Introduce yourself to somebody. I mean, at the end of the day, if they say no, you're no worse off than you were, but you're getting nowhere if you don't try.
That's awesome. And again, I can relate. I've had a lot of great mentors, but the biggest one was my dad. So without a doubt, in both personal life and business. So I can definitely relate to that. How can people contact you, check the St. Augustine Spa out?
Yeah. So we have a website, staugSpa.com, STAUG, .com, or spa, SPA.com, or call us, 904-665-SPA, 4-SPA, so 4-SPA on your dialer.
Okay, yeah.
We try to keep that simple. Or just, come by, 665-SR207. I mean, we accept walk-ins. My schedule might be full, but, we might be able to squeeze you in. So,
absolutely.
But yeah, we do have walk-ins, and we're always happy to show people around. It's another thing I do if I have a little bit of free time, or Dr. Donnelly does. We'll just show people around.
There's
great. A lot to see.
Oh, yeah. I can attest to that. There's definitely a lot to see. Highly recommend you checking Dr. Claudine and the St. Augustine Spa out. I want to thank you for being on.
Thanks for bringing me on.
It's been great, and we will see you next time on the Eagle Network Podcast.
Sponsored by Eagle Pest Solutions, your once-a-year pest control solution in Palm Coast, St. Augustine, and Ormond Beach. Come soar with us. For a free inspection and quote, that's 386-445-7414.
This is Jay Shear. Are you a business owner or entrepreneur trying to figure out how to improve and achieve greater results? If so, I'm speaking to you. I provide the tools, coaching, and accountability you need to gain clarity around your personal and professional goals, remove the excuses holding you back, build the mindset, leadership skills, and proven strategies to grow your business and become the best version of yourself. To learn more or to apply for my coaching services, call 904-236-0431 or visit jshearbusinessconsulting.com.
Hello, welcome to Good Vibes Nutrition, where every day is Friday. Good Vibes Nutrition was created to provide an environment of self-improvement through health, happiness, and community. Whether it's to lose weight, build muscle, gain more energy, or make friends, think of Good Vibes Nutrition as your Flagler Center hub for healthy living, personal happiness, and long-lasting relationships through the examples of kindness, encouragement, introductions, and pure love.
Looking for a voice that'll help your business stand out? I can help you reach new customers and grow your brand. My voice makes your message unforgettable, perfect for commercials, explainer videos, e-learning courses, and more. Get a voiceover that connects with your audience and drives your product to the next level. Find out how we can work together to make your business better. Visit www.awardvoiceover.com.